Good morning and happy Friday. Happy birthday to our guest, Talbot Kennedy. He'll be on here, and he has been a part of USAWR for a couple years and been in our development program and an overall awesome guy. So I'm excited to talk to the Pain Train T-Dub Talbot Kennedy today. Before we get started with our talk, today is supposed to be the opening ceremonies for the Olympics today. Paralympics would be opening in August, but I think it's just like an important time. There's a lot of stuff coming out over social media with Team USA, and then across the world with all the different countries involved. And it's one of those things where, you think, oh, wow, we'd be leaving in, less than 30 days for the Paralympics, and we'd get to watch Olympics on the TV. And, but that's not happening. And it stinks, but at the same time, like it's an opportunity in the next year to see how better we can get as a team and as a country, and all our athletes are Team USA. And so what's really cool is we're doing USA Wheelchair Rugby is a part of something that's called the Giving Games, and it is supporting America's Olympic and Paralympic dreams. And so what the difference is between our country and a lot of other countries is our country is one of the only countries that does not have government supported athletes. And so all of the money is from the USOPC or raised individually by NGBs. And so it is super, super important to just get this stuff out there and be able to share it. And so you can go over to thegivinggames.com to kind of check it out. There's 21 sports for Olympics and Paralympics that are involved. And man, it's going to be a great opportunity for you to check out some sports that are involved with the Giving Games. There's some sweepstakes. There's 10 different sweepstakes type things that you can check out to be entered into to win. And so go over to giving-games.com to check that out. And then there's also a text. You can text Giving Games to 243-725, Giving Games 243-725 to check that out as well, to donate towards Olympic and Paralympic dreams. And so if you want to check that out or have any other questions, absolutely check that out. So we are at the very bottom. It's alphabetical on the Giving-Games. It's alphabetical on that site. And so scroll all the way down, you'll see USAWR, that same logo that's in my screen right now. And so definitely check that out. Thank you so much. Absolutely check out Giving Games. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end, but want to get Talbot in here, get ready for our chat today. T-Dub Train. What's up, man?
What's up, Joe? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Happy birthday, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Getting on older, but that's all right.
We 25? 25?
Yeah, 25. Yeah. I look 25, but maturity, I'm like 45, so it equals out to 35. So
okay. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Well, man, like what's been going on? How's the summer going?
Summer's been pretty good. I did the quarantine thing for a few months and took some work from home, and then came back to Shepherd Center where I work. It's a hospital, and so it's safe, and you go through all the screenings, and I feel like I'm not going back to work at that tattoo parlor. So I feel pretty safe at Shepherd. So I came back to work and been back to work now for about a month or a month and a half, and it's been going good.
Yeah, that's awesome. How are the fish biting this summer?
I've been getting out at my parents' house a good bit, and we go either in the morning or at night, and they just live on like a little 8-acre pond, and so the fish aren't huge, but it's fun to get out there either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's I want to get back to the tournaments. I've been ever since COVID, I hadn't traveled too much, and I missed the fishing tournaments. But
do you usually go to quite a few of those each year?
Yeah, it's sponsored by the Paralyzed Veterans of America, and you don't have to be a veteran though to participate. But there's usually about 8 throughout the nation throughout the year. But I haven't been to one probably at least a year, and I miss them.
Man,
But
what's
that's
your
all
favorite? What's your favorite thing to catch?
right. Definitely bass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
smallmouth, largemouth,
No, largemouth.
largemouth. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the biggest one you've ever caught?
The biggest one, unfortunately, it's not huge for as long as I've
Why?
been
Come on,
as
it's
long as
your.
I've been. I don't lie. I mean, most fishermen
Yeah,
just lie. Yeah,
yeah.
it's probably about 20 pounds, Joe. To be honest, no, it's about 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there when you're with like fisherman buddies? Is there like a math equation you guys do? He's like, yeah, man, I just caught this 15-pound largemouth. And you
Yeah,
go,
pretty,
divide by
well,
divide by
pretty
three.
much the longer time goes in between the time that you caught the fish to the time that you tell how big it was. It pretty much increases by a pound a day, I think. So, like, if it's the next day and he says it was 6 pounds, it's probably like 5 pounds. If it was a week later, just subtract 7.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. Well,
yeah.
how's this man, how's this virtual world been for you as far as, pushing out? We'll get into a little bit of what you do with handy accessories, but like how's the virtual world been for you in
Uh,
general?
it's been, I mean, I'm horrible at technology, so I hate doing anything online. Something always messes up, but it's been okay. I mean, I guess I've been learning a little bit more. Yeah, which is technology and
Yeah.
working from home. We were seeing patients on FaceTime and through telephone, and so that was actually pretty cool. But yeah, it's been okay.
Yeah, awesome. Do you think as far as like through this whole pandemic and any of your hey, there you go.
Dropping stuff.
Was it the question I asked? Was that
Yeah, I got nervous.
there we go.
It was the technology question. That's what happened.
Pain
As
train is
soon,
just
as soon as you asked
knocking it.
something about as soon as you asked something about technology, I just go and
Yeah,
throw it down.
slap it out of here. No, I was going to talk about just like goals and perspective on the pandemic, and then like as far as did you have any certain goals that you don't have now, and what that looks like, and any perspective on changing throughout this time?
Well, it was weird. Like I've been telling people, I've been involved in sports since I was 5, and so there's always been some sort of a goal in my future. And then obviously with wheelchair rugby after I got hurt, just getting better at rugby, and then wanting to be on the USA team was always a goal. And once the pandemic hit, it seemed like there was no end, and you didn't know when this was going to be over. And so, not knowing when the next tryouts would be, and not knowing when the next just season would be for recreation,
Yeah,
I felt like I had like no goal as far as what to work towards, and so that's been really weird to feel like I'm still like I haven't even really worked out that much. My health hasn't been that great either, and so I've been dealing with that. But yeah, it's kind of been okay though, because that's just been time to, I don't know, not have to stress so much over what the next goal is, and
yeah,
just kind of concentrate on work and concentrate on handy accessories, and know that sports are going to get back to it eventually, and then I'll get back to training and have that mindset again of what my next goal is.
yeah, absolutely. Well, like, how did take us back? You talked a little bit about like always training for something since you're a little kid. Like, how'd you first get into wheelchair rugby? How was what was the story there?
Well, when I got hurt jumping on a trampoline, I was a cheerleader and a gymnast, and so I was 18, and then I was always, loved being physically active, and just training for cheerleading and stuff like that. And so
Yeah,
when I got hurt, just like everybody that was involved in sports when they were young or whenever, it seems like everything is taken away from you, and you don't know what you're going to do next, especially if that's a major part of your life. And so I did my rehab at Shepherd Center, and they introduced me to wheelchair rugby. And so I'd already been in a chair a few times when I was inpatient, but never really like played
Yeah.
against anybody or anything. And then about 2 years after I'd been injured, I came back to Shepherd to do another rehab program called Beyond Therapy. And
Yeah.
their program is downstairs in the gym where the rugby team practices. And so the rugby team saw me and was like, hey, you can come join a practice if you want to. And so I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. I'd already known I wanted to get involved in rugby.
Yeah.
And I remember, cheerleading's not a contact sport unless I make an inappropriate joke, which happened pretty frequently. And so I wasn't used to hitting people or anything. And so
Yeah.
I get in a chair, and just before I know it, some dude comes up, bang, and just knocks me one. And I was like, whoa. Okay, heck yeah, dude. I like this. I can see myself doing this. And so I started practicing with the team while I was doing therapy. And at that point, I'd been hurt about, like I said, 2 years. So I was independent, and I decided, I'm just going to I was living in Memphis. I'm just going to pick up my life, move to Atlanta, start playing rugby, do the therapy. And I started volunteering at Shepherd, which eventually led to my job up here. And it was just a good decision because once I got involved in rugby, dude, I mean, my whole life changed. I mean, mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. I just got back involved in life again and started moving forward. So
Yeah.
that's how I kind of got involved. Was really just back to Shepherd to do some more therapy and then practicing with the guys and seeing the change in me and wanting to move forward.
That story is so similar to. Obviously, there's different parts. Not all of us grew up being a male cheerleader, and insert a joke there, or a gymnast, or not all, but like a lot of us decided, like, saw the sport and go, wow, like this is something that can be really neat, and it ends up changing your life because of the confidence it gives you and the rehabilitative instrument it gives you. I mean, you went to a world renowned rehabilitation center, Shepherd Center, and you've been a peer mentor there for a long time now. But like, what's the difference between rehab, even if it's in a place like Shepherd Center, and then being on a team and competing with guys and figuring that out? Like, what's the difference there? How important is that, even if you've had a really awesome rehab?
Yeah, well, that was I talk about that a lot. You go from the rehab setting and the inpatient, and then we have a day program. But then when you come and you join a team, and it's a real life setting, and it's like we talk about positive peer pressure, where these guys are on the team, and I remember just talking about having help getting gas in my car, and some dude was like, well, you can't get out of your own car and pump your own gas? And this dude was a 1 and had less function than me, and I'm like, well, I guess I probably could. And from that day on, I've never asked for help again for gas. But also just practicing with them and seeing how they travel and that they live on their own. And I'd been hurt 2 years, and seeing how they're dating girls and not scared to get out there, out and about in the community. And so compared to rehab, where you learn all the necessities to get back to life, I guess, to dress and eat and drive and stuff, but then to see it put into action with a whole group of guys, some that have way less function than you, is just so eye-opening, and it's a great thing.
It's there's nothing more like a kick in the pants when someone with less function is doing something that you don't do, and you're like, okay, I better start doing that. Yeah,
I know. It's so funny because even if I'm like running late or something and I want to get gas, I'm like, maybe I'll ask for help. I'm like, I can't even do it. I just get out. I don't care.
Yeah, well, don't say that loud. I like it when my wife gets gas.
Yeah. If somebody's with me, yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll let somebody pump some gas.
Yeah, I think most quads that have wives that are able-bodied, we do what women usually do, and we run the gas tank all the way down to like E, And
Mhm.
then we're like, oh, I didn't know that there wasn't gas in the car. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Hey, fill that up when you're out running
yeah,
errands. Thanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Me and a couple of my friends on the rugby team will go out on the boat, and his girlfriend is the only girl with us, and she's the only able body, and so we'll stop at the gas station. She'll put gas in the truck, gas in the boat, and get Subway, and we'll be hollering at her like, "Oh, come on, hurry up, woman," or something like that, just joking, and people are like looking at us like, "What is going on right now?"
Why would they get out of the car?
Yeah,
Bunch of
yeah,
jerks. Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, it's 11:15. It's game time here on the Captain's Chat.
All right.
And we've got a good game of Would You Rather. Are you ready to play?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's learn a little bit about Talbot Kennedy on his 35th birthday. Here we
Yeah.
go. All right, would you rather be a cow or a chicken?
I guess I'd rather be a cow, a big
Why?
old meaty beast, just eating grass all day and mooing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have no taste buds or be colorblind?
Oh God, colorblind. I love
Yeah,
food. Yeah, let
yeah.
me. Yeah, I don't need to see what color the food is to enjoy it.
Would you rather have foot-long ears or a foot-long tongue?
Well, I already have foot long ears, so just give me a foot long tongue and it'll equal out. Maybe nobody will notice.
Oh man. Would you rather be in jail for 10 years or be in a coma for 20? This is pretty easy, I would think.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the coma.
Oh, you're going coma for 20?
Yeah, I don't think I want to go to jail.
Oh man.
Well, is it jail or prison? 'Cause that's a little bit of a difference.
Oh, Frenchie
Yeah.
with the
Am I just in jail, like in a holding cell, waiting on a court date, or am I in prison
you're in
also?
prison for 10
Uh,
years.
Dang, yeah, I may have to pick that coma.
Coma for 20 years? I'm taking
Dude,
prison life.
you're taking
Yeah.
prison, dude? Yeah, I don't know. Do I go to Martha Stewart prison? Then maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, it depends on which prison, dude. I don't think I'd be running the show in prison. I wouldn't like my position in prison.
Yeah, don't tell anyone you're a cheerleader.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Word gets
Yeah,
out quick.
yeah. Chad wishing you happy birthday. Mason wishing you happy. Man, get all Frenchie telling you that cows are destroying the ozone layer.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I wouldn't fart though. I'd hold it in.
okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather look like a fish or smell like a fish? I'd say.
I guess I'd rather look like a fish.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe both ways you could probably cover it up. If I looked like a fish, I guess I could wear a mask, especially now. I mean, I wear a mask. I'm wearing mask mainly to cover up this face, not to be safe, just so people don't have to see this mug of mine.
Yeah.
People appreciate me wearing the mask more for not looking at my face than they do staying safe. But now probably smell like a fish. I could put some cologne on.
Exactly. Here's a really good one. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
I guess I'd probably go with this one horse-sized duck and just cut his feet off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it'd
You
be
think you
done.
could take? You think you could take him? Those giant. You remember
No,
those
no,
giant feet?
I think I'd absolutely lose, but that would be my strategy.
That'd be straight. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. We need Lee. We need Lee Fredette on this one for see who we think would win 100 duck-sized horses
yeah.
versus one
We've
versus
had
one
some good,
horse-sized duck.
we've had some good would you rather's with Lee.
Yeah, he's.
Back in the past.
Let's get a couple more in here.
Yeah.
Would you rather have no hair or be completely hairy?
I'm gonna go no hair.
Yeah, me too. Easy
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I could swim better.
Would you rather have a booger hanging from from your nose for the rest of your life, or earwax planted on your earlobes?
Um, I guess the booger, and then I'd go get a nose ring to hide it.
Mm.
Or you could do the same with the earwax, just get an earring.
Yeah, you'd have to do some hiding there for sure.
Yeah, but my ears already stand out so much that if I had earwax, it just exacerbate the problem.
Yeah.
That'd be rough either way.
All right, last one. Would you rather get with your boss for your promotion or give up the promotion?
What was the first question?
You gotta date your boss to get your promotion. Or give it up. Or give it up.
Oh, geez.
Oh no, Talbot's already dating his. Oh, you're already dating the boss.
Yeah, really. Shoot, I guess I'd date the boss. He's a pretty cool guy, so I'd be all right with that.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I think he'd treat me right.
All right, back to the questions. Thanks for playing my game. You're a good sport.
That's fine.
What do you think? So, one of the things that I've loved about you, and I know a lot of our teammates have loved about you, is your phenomenal attitude. And there's no one like you that has came down like. So before international games, you have like the national anthems and our handshake line that we, roll down. And the paint train comes down, choo choo, and getting everyone all pumped up. Yeah. And so like, there's never been an attitude like yours.
Oh, good.
What do you think, like, from your perspective, what are the most important aspects of being a good teammate?
Yeah, I always say I love just whether you're, the captain of the team or you're somebody that's just starting and a rookie, just leading by example, getting there early, making sure you got your equipment set up right, and then if you don't know what's going on, if you are somebody that's new, and you are at least doing the basics by getting there early, but then asking questions from other people. How do you set your chair up? What does this defense mean? What does this offense mean? So just being engaged and not really just standing back. And then if you do see somebody though that is not engaged but wants to be better, and you're somebody that's been on the team for a little while, then you go engage them. I remember this has to do with cheerleading. When I quit gymnastics to start cheerleading, I went to this cheerleading gym, and obviously it was just all these girls, and I was so scared and nervous, and I sat down and just kind of like curled up with my knees and just watched. And then the head coach comes over and just asked me who I was and how I was doing, and says, well, come on, we'll get a girl for you to throw up in the air. And just like that, my attitude was like, oh, okay, yeah, here we go. And so it's amazing how just one interaction with somebody can make a huge difference. So whether you're somebody that is that, person that is leading by example, or somebody that needs a little bit of help, just engaging in the sport, I think makes a huge difference in being a good teammate.
Yeah, good words. Good words. Well, kind of morphing off that, like what do you think our community can do better as far as rugby goes? You do this on a day-to-day basis at Shepherd Center with mentoring, but like, what do you think like our community can do better to support each other?
Yeah, I wish I saw. I don't know the answer to that question. I think I think what everybody's doing is going great, to be honest. I mean, the captain's chat you're doing is just awesome. I see just posts all over the place, and now the Olympic and Paralympics coming together. I think it's moving forward in the right direction. I don't know if I have any 2 cents to add to it. I wish I did, but I think it's moving forward.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you think that the adaptive community in a whole is pretty supportive from what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm definitely in a bubble, right, at Shepherd, as far as things being adaptive and working
Yeah.
to help people um, get what they need. So outside of that, though, I do see that gyms overall, I mean, I see all kinds of gyms wanting to support adaptive equipment and people that need adaptations. And so I think things are moving in the right direction, definitely.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, what do you think about tips for athletes that are wanting to get to the next level?
Um, yeah, I guess kind of what I was talking about earlier. If you're new, finding somebody that has been around the sport and talking with them, and it can be tough depending on sometimes which team you're on too. If you're not if you're a D3 team or something, and maybe nobody's really at that next level. But just if you're in that position, I think watching YouTube videos obviously can help. And then finding uh, a good coach, somebody that knows what they're talking about. But then individually, what you can do, I think, is train, right? I mean, I know when I first got into rugby, dude, I was the dumbest rugby player out there. I never played football, I mean, just, in the yard, but never
Yeah.
played basketball. So my court awareness was just, I was spinning in circles, I felt like the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And so what I felt like I could control though was at least getting stronger and getting faster and
Right.
my chair set up. And so, I mean, I think, I work on my chair constantly. I'm always, even I've been playing 14 years now, fixing something on my chair to maybe make my positioning better. If you don't have the best resources as far as coaching or as far as people to help you get to that next level individually, you can at least get stronger and faster and healthier. For me, getting healthy, I wasn't living the best healthy lifestyle for a longest time,
Yeah.
and then once I started getting healthy, dude, my physical part of my game started stepping up, and then once I was able to get around the court a little bit faster, I didn't look so bad when I didn't know where I was not supposed to
Yeah.
be. I could
Yeah.
make up for it a little
You're
quicker.
you're going you're going the wrong way faster. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I realized it quicker.
Yeah. That's great. That's great advice. I wanted to spend some time talking through your business, your small business,
Yeah.
and just how that started and why you started it. And so you have a business called Handy Accessories.
Right.
Website's up here, and we've got a little screenshot here of Talbot with your new your new weight belt strap
Yeah.
ratchet strap thing. But really cool to check out. If you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out. Handyaccessories.com. There you got an Instagram as well. That's Handy Accessory at Handy Accessories. So definitely a cool place to check out. But yeah, tell me a little bit about why you started it. Was that something that you did right away after your accident, or when did it start?
Yeah, I appreciate you putting the plug in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, when I got hurt, I was always wanted to be independent before I was injured. And like I said, I got hurt when I was 18. And so independence, I was getting ready to go off to college and I was excited about that. And then I got hurt and life kind of stopped. And, so I think one of the first things I noticed when I was in rehab and then when I got home was I couldn't cut up my food by myself. Kept having to ask people to cut it up, and my mom rigged up some kind of knife that was allowed me to cut up my food, and so I thought, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then the next thing was fishing. I've always loved fishing. I've done fishing tournaments since I was like 12. I don't even remember the first time I went fishing. But there was nothing out there for me to be able to reel my handle without like, a struggle, or then whenever I would set the hook, my hand would fly off and the fish would be jumping everywhere, and I'd be trying to get control of it, and I'd lose it. It was a big mess.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I wanted something to get back to fishing, and we tried several different things. One thing we tried was like wrapping athletic tape around the reel handle and then putting the Velcro on the side of it, and then using a little palm cuff that had the opposite Velcro on it. And that worked. The problem was in the summertime, all that glue and string from the tape would get wrapped around the reel handle. So then it would stop reeling. And
yeah,
so then my mom found something at Walmart, some makeshift that we can put on the reel handle and tighten it down. And then I could use that same cuff to reel, and then my hand would stay on there easy. And so there was really nothing out there that I was able to reel with. And so once we figured that out, we started just looking at other things that were out there that had already been made, but could probably be better. And then it just kind of grew from there. So it was really just, things that I wanted for myself. It wasn't like, oh, let me try and make some money or see if I can help
yeah,
other people. It's really just
yeah.
selfish me wanting to do my own thing.
Yeah, so you wanted to fish, you wanted to cast, you wanted to reel,
Yeah,
and so that creativity and that innovation sprung from a desire to just go and do something like
yeah,
fishing,
yeah,
and then looking at other things. And your mom kind of helped you with R&D and trial and
yeah.
error. And so, what year did you guys decide? Hey, let's turn this into a name. Let's turn this into something.
Yeah, it was probably around 2015.
Okay.
We started concentrating more on it, and then just within the last probably 3 years, we've concentrated harder, and I've definitely gotten more out there with social media and stuff, which has been a big help. It's free, so why not?
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah, and yeah, so probably about 2015 we really started.
What would be your advice, like, when you finally branched out in 2015 and said, you know what, let's make this a business? Was that something that was scary? Was that something that, like, for maybe advice for other quads that are like, hey, maybe I've got an idea, or maybe I've got something unique to bring to the table, and they're like, oh, I'm not sure I want to do that, or like, you got any tips or advice?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty nervous when I first started, and uh, like a lot of people, I think when you start something that you're uncomfortable with, outside your comfort zone, totally outside my comfort zone. I was worried about what people were going to say and what people were going to think. And it seems like your mind, when you're outside your comfort zone, always goes way to that worst negative spot
Yeah,
possible.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
everybody's going to make fun of me. Nobody's going to like this. And I don't think I've had one response like that yet. And so I remember talking to people and people saying, well, just, compare it to sports. How you do in sports. You're confident, you work hard at it, and then you see results. And so I thought, yeah, okay, I can compare it to kind of like sports. And so I started working harder at it. And then once I started posting stuff and seeing the response that I got from people, it was total opposite,
yeah,
obviously, of what I thought negatively, in such a positive way that it really makes me want to just keep moving forward. Especially anytime people send me pictures of them using the products and saying how good it works and stuff. So it's a good feeling.
yeah. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's awesome. What's on the docket? You got anything new? You got anything new coming out? You got the ratchet strap that came
Yeah,
out just in time for the pandemic, and then
yeah, I
what?
know. That's what's so funny. The ratchet straps, like, is no need right now because we're not even playing rugby.
Yeah.
It's still pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna start making the push clubs just for like everyday chairs.
Okay.
We got some cool, all this stuff out there that are designed for quads. I see, and I think, like, did a quad actually design this? Because it doesn't. A lot of this stuff doesn't seem like to be designed by quads, just because of some of the strapping and stuff. And so, yeah, we'll post something. I don't want to just start talking about exactly what we're doing or whatever. But there's what should be more quad friendly, easier to get on and off, and stuff like that. So the push gloves is the next thing. I think we're gonna have like 3 or 4 versions of it. So my mom's in the sweatshop today working on it. So
You got her. You got her
yeah,
working.
yeah.
Are these gonna be? Are they gonna be like fingerless? Are they gonna be fingered? Where are they gonna?
No,
Be?
no, they'll be just like the regular push gloves that you see that
Oh,
most
okay.
people use.
Yep.
But we're gonna have another. We're gonna have that version, but then that version is gonna have a strap around it that won't come out of the buckle, because that's always the hardest part for quads is feeding something through a
Yeah.
buckle. And then it'll have that extra large thumb ring so you can pull it tight. But the cool thing about that is those gloves, the thing I always had a problem with when I first got hurt, I remember I'd walk my dog around the neighborhood because I was in rehab for like 6 months, and my poor dog, all I did was lay around and get fat and get fed by my dad. And so I wanted to get in shape and wanted to get him in shape. But whenever I'd go down a hill, that glove would like peel up. And so we're putting the little strap around the wrist now. And so when you're slowing down or going down a hill, it won't peel up. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're not doing any finger gloves. They'll all be fingerless.
Yeah, absolutely. Is that buzzing? Is that like your Applebee's like buzzer that you're ready to eat, or what's?
No, I think it's just me getting
tons
of notifications.
You got that? Hey, it's your birthday, man.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've been getting
blow up that phone. Exactly. Awesome.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite memory of wheelchair rugby, both on the local level? Let's start with the local level, like club level.
Yeah. So my favorite memory on the local level, I would say it sounds kind of corny, but like I said, working up here at Shepherd, whenever we do rugby groups, so for newly injured patients, we'll put them in a rugby chair, and we'll do maybe 4 or 5 patients, and we'll get out there and play. And so I'll talk through some of the stuff, the rules and stuff, and then we'll do passing drills and stuff. And one of my favorite things, though, is when I show them how to do a ball pickup. And so I'll roll the ball out there, and I roll it up on my wheel, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's like magic! How'd you do that?" And so I explained to them how to do it, and then I'll let them try and do it. And whenever they do it, dude, when their face just lights up, and they're like, "Oh, I can do it! I'm going to be able to do this!" Like that for me is something that's great. And then whenever there's this kid who's in patient right now, and it's funny, we'll do rugby groups, and every time he scores, he'll like start flexing and be like, "Yeah, USA better get ready for me, baby." So to be able to see like these patients where I was when I started, and now to be able to help them and see the confidence, that's really the first time they're getting back involved in sports. And just like for me, I always say, like, I thought cheerleading for me had to be was what was making me happy. I thought throwing girls up in the air, doing backflips down the floor, thought that's what made me happy. But it was really that feeling that I got when I was out there, hanging out with my friends, accomplishing these goals and stuff. And so when these people get hurt, and then they feel like they've lost this feeling altogether, and then they come out there as an inpatient, and they do a ball pickup, and I give them a little love tap. They're like, "Whoa!" And then you can see they get this feeling back in them, and they're like ready to start trying harder and give this thing a chance. That's a good feeling for me. So it's not like,
it's beautiful. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I thought at first you're going to be like, my favorite part of rugby is when I get all these new people in chairs and just house them all. All right, I'm scoring on 10 of you at a time.
No, that is also the best part. I mean, I'm schooling these rookies out there, so just talking mad crap to them,
throwing their ball and throw the ball off their head. What's up?
Yeah. I just put it between their picker and their wheel, and they get stuck.
Oh, that's awesome. What about on the USA side of things? You've been fortunate enough to be a part of USAWR and go to World Championships, and like what's been your favorite part?
Yeah, I think for me, My favorite part was just making the USA team.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the room, when you get the announcement and being super nervous. It was my second time I had tried out for the team when I made it the
Okay.
first time. So
Yep.
I tried out like 2 years before, I think, when I was on the developmental team. And so I was a 2 then when I tried out, so I don't think I had much of a shot, especially with you out there. There was no chance. But once I went down to a 1.5, I felt like I had more of a shot. And I think for me, the reason why just making the team was uh, such a good memory or an accomplishment or whatever was because I felt like I, I had gotten to where I don't want to sound cocky, but like to the height of my career in cheerleading. I had a scholarship to University of Kentucky, which was
Yeah.
it's like the best cheerleading school, and so I wanted to get back to the top of my sport that I was playing,
Yeah.
and so to know that when I got hurt that there was a USA team and that there was a Paralympic team and that was the best of the best. And so I wanted to get back to that. And so for me, I think that took about 13 years of just working hard and having that as a goal. And
Wow.
so after 13 years, finally to accomplish that, just felt great. And so, yeah.
What were the emotions like? I think a lot of people in that room, I mean, the Sinkton room is usually when we get our names called. It's at Lakeshore Foundation, and that room like stirs emotions, I think, in all of
Yeah.
us. It's a room where you either make it or you don't. And so there's like
Yeah.
emotional highs, emotional lows.
Mhm.
Um, and you talk about 13 years of working your butt off, moving cities, moving your life, and then you talked about healthy changes in your life and figuring out how to get healthy as a quad, and then working hard through it. Obviously, you got giant guns you're flashing there
Yeah.
with your arms, and so like you've done a lot of work, and then 13 years, and you make the team. Like, man. Who's the first person you called?
Definitely my parents. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I called right when I left. So they were pretty happy. Yeah, 13 years of just figuring out how to keep getting better. And yeah, it was a good feeling. But I mean, I don't feel like I'm stopping now. Hold on.
it's your mom
Sorry,
there. That's all
phone
right.
call. Yeah, so I obviously didn't make this last team, and I feel like uh, there's several different reasons. Obviously, Adam's a beast, and 1.5 is a tough
He's one of the
category,
best
and
ever.
I have all
Yeah,
the respect in the world for Adam. I mean, he's a
yeah,
great, gosh dang it, he's a great guy to have as uh, somebody to look up to, and he's helped me so much along the way. So I think he's great. And then obviously, or a lot of people may or may not know, my health hasn't been great, and so my health wasn't great at trials.
yeah,
So that was tough to not be 100%. But looking forward, after this pandemic's over and after uh, um, it, for the next trials to hopefully be able to make the team
yeah,
again, and then go forward from there. I'm really looking forward to that. So
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely, man. And I know that everyone would be glad to have you for sure. Well, hey, dude, thank you so much for coming on the show.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I've
Sorry
got
for
a
all the buzzing.
all good. Hey, man, it's a birthday buzzing, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Get the birthday love. There's another one. Um,
yeah.
let's wrap it up with a couple rapid fire questions.
All
Learn
right.
a little bit more about Talbot. Here we go. Here we go. What is your favorite beverage to drink?
Well, I drink just a ton of water, but if I had to pick my favorite, it would be root beer.
Oh, I love root beer.
Yeah,
Love root beer.
some good cold root beer.
What's your favorite board game?
A board game? I don't play a lot of board games.
Remember when we played Secret
Oh
Hitler
yeah,
at World Championships?
that was a pretty fun game. What was that
Yeah,
called?
Secret Hitler.
Yeah, that was a fun
You're
game.
pretty
That's a good
cutthroat
game.
that game, man. It's not great
Yeah,
to play as a team though.
the time I got Hitler, everybody could tell immediately. Like I remember you
You're
being like asking me a question and being like, "Oh, you're Hitler" or whatever. I was like,
your poker face was terrible.
"Damn."
Do you have any guilty pleasure TV shows?
Uh, I don't feel like it's a guilty pleasure. I'm fine with them. But Big Brother, I love Big Brother. They're coming back All-Star season, baby.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Big Brother.
Yeah, I'm
Nice,
a Big
dude.
Brother fan, hardcore.
Hardcore. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be on it? Have you ever
Yeah,
applied to
I'd
be on
love
it?
to be on it, dude.
You should apply. They
Uh,
need it crippled in there.
they do. The challenges would be hard to modify for somebody, but I'd be willing to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I'd love to be on Big Brother.
Yeah, you'd be perfect for it. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Uh, to be honest, dude, I mean, I'm fine right here in Atlanta. I love,
Content
uh,
right here in the hot Atlanta. All right.
yeah, right here in hot
Yeah.
Atlanta. I love where I work. I love the rugby team I'm on. I mean, if I could vacation somewhere, I'd like to probably go to Australia. I think that'd be pretty cool, but I'd want to come back to Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So this is the next question. If you had a boat, what would you call it? Should we say it together on the count of three?
If I had a what?
A boat.
Oh yeah, let's say it together on a count of three.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Pain
Pain
train.
train, choo choo. Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Favorite flavor of ice cream? I like vanilla mixed with fudge.
Oh, okay. You're
Yeah,
gonna get diva on us. All right. Yeah, mix the fudge, not fudge
yeah,
on
you got to
top.
mix the fudge in there.
Mix it in. Okay. All right, fair
Yeah.
enough. Hey, last question. Who do you admire the most?
Who do I admire the most?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Um, I guess my parents. I mean,
Yeah.
just my mom and my dad. Uh, they both have different aspects, and I have different relationships with both of them. But that they've been here for me through a lot, and so yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
admire them.
Love it. Love it, man. Hey, dude, thank you so much for being on. Good to see you. Happy birthday.
All right, appreciate it.
Have
Yeah,
an awesome day. I'm going to do a quick plug here for Giving Games again, giving-games.com. Check it out, guys. USAWR is a part of 21 teams that are from the Olympics, Paralympics that are doing this Giving Games fundraiser. That's going to be going on from now until August 9th. There's a lot of cool prizes and sweepstakes that you can check out as well. Donate right to Wheelchair Rugby or take a quiz to find out your favorite sport, which obviously is going to be wheelchair rugby. Duh. And then you can also text Giving Games, all capitals, to 243-725. So again, Giving Games giving-games.com. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. Talbot, thanks for being on. Next Tuesday at 11 a.m., we'll be back with the Captain's Chat, and we will have Medical Director Jim Murdoch. I don't even know who Jim Murdoch is because we call him Dirty at UCWR, but we're going to get to hear from Jim Murdoch. It's going to be awesome. He's just a giant bottle of knowledge. It's going to be a lot of fun. So check us out on Tuesday. Talbot, thank you so much for being on. We'll talk to you guys all. Have a great, safe weekend.
all right.